Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating military leaders. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're exploring the life of Ernst Rommel, one of the most iconic and influential commanders of World War II. As we embark on this journey, let's start with the early life of Rommel, a period that laid the foundation for his future successes. Ernst Johannes Rommel was born on November 15, 1891, in Heidenheim, a charming town nestled in the heart of Swabia, Germany. His father, Erwin Rommel, was a schoolteacher and a skilled mathematician who instilled in Ernst a love for numbers and problem-solving from an early age. Rommel's mother, Helene von Lewes, came from a family of modest means but rich in cultural heritage, with a strong emphasis on literature, music, and the arts. Growing up in Heidenheim, young Ernst was surrounded by the rolling hills, dense forests, and picturesque villages that characterized the Swabian countryside. His childhood was marked by a strong sense of discipline and responsibility, values that his parents encouraged through their own example. Rommel's father, in particular, played a significant role in shaping his son's character, teaching him the importance of hard work, self-reliance, and critical thinking. As Rommel navigated his early years, he developed a keen interest in mathematics, science, and history, subjects that would later serve him well in his military career. He attended the local elementary school in Heidenheim, where he excelled academically and demonstrated a particular aptitude for problem-solving and critical thinking. In 1905, at the age of 14, Rommel entered the Königliche Realgymnasium in Aalen, a nearby town, where he continued to excel academically and developed a strong interest in languages, geography, and literature. The years leading up to World War I were a time of great change and upheaval in Europe, with a complex system of alliances and rivalries between nations creating an increasingly volatile atmosphere. As Rommel navigated his early teenage years, he was influenced by the writings of notable German strategists like Karl von Clausewitz and Helmuth von Moltke, whose ideas about the importance of initiative, adaptability, and decisive action on the battlefield would shape his own approach to warfare. In 1910, at the age of 19, Rommel enrolled in the Königliche Kriegsschule in Danzig, where he began his formal military training. The rigorous program at the Kriegsschule was designed to produce officers who were not only skilled in the technical aspects of warfare, but also strategically minded and capable of independent thought. Rommel thrived in this environment, demonstrating a natural aptitude for leadership and a keen understanding of tactics and strategy. As we explore Rommel's early life, it becomes clear that his family, education, and early influences played a significant role in shaping his character and future path. The values of discipline, responsibility, and intellectual curiosity instilled in him by his parents and teachers would serve him well throughout his military career. The historical context of his early years, marked by the rising tensions in Europe and the influence of notable German strategists, also helped to shape his understanding of warfare and his approach to command. The Desert Fox is about to emerge onto the battlefield, and his legend will soon be forged in the fire of war. As we left off, Rommel had just enrolled in the Königliche Kriegsschule, where he began his formal military training. The rigorous program at the Kriegsschule was designed to produce officers who were not only skilled in the technical aspects of warfare, but also strategically minded and capable of independent thought. Rommel thrived in this environment, demonstrating a natural aptitude for leadership and a keen understanding of tactics and strategy. In 1912, Rommel was commissioned as a lieutenant in the Württembergische Gebirgsbataillon, where he quickly distinguished himself as a talented and fearless young officer. During World War I, Rommel saw action on the Western Front, fighting in the trenches of France and Belgium. He was wounded twice, first in 1914 and again in 1915, but each time he returned to duty with renewed determination and a deeper understanding of the nature of modern warfare. In 1917, Rommel was transferred to the Italian front, where he played a key role in the Battle of Caporetto. His bravery and tactical genius during this battle earned him the Pour le Mérite, one of Germany's highest military honors. The Pour le Mérite was a prestigious award that recognized exceptional valor and leadership on the battlefield, and Rommel's receipt of it marked him as a rising star in the German military. After the war, Rommel remained in the German army, serving in various staff positions and continuing to develop his skills as a commander. In the 1920s and 1930s, he became increasingly interested in the development of armored warfare, recognizing the potential of tanks to revolutionize the nature of modern combat. He wrote extensively on the subject, publishing several influential books and articles that helped shape German military doctrine. As the 1930s drew to a close, Rommel's star continued to rise. In 1937, he was appointed as the commander of the Führer Bataillon, an elite unit responsible for providing security for Adolf Hitler. This position brought Rommel into close proximity with the Nazi leadership, and he became increasingly embroiled in the politics of the Third Reich. In 1940, Rommel was given command of the 7th Panzer Division, which he led to great success during the invasion of France. His division's rapid advance across the Meuse River and into the heart of France earned him widespread recognition as a brilliant and daring commander. The nickname, the Desert Fox, was not yet his, but Rommel had already established himself as one of the most innovative and effective commanders in the German army. The Desert Fox is about to take center stage, and his legend will soon be forged in the fire of war. In 1941, Rommel was appointed as the commander of the Deutsches Afrika Korps, a German expeditionary force sent to support the Italian army in North Africa. He arrived in Libya in February of that year and quickly assessed the situation on the ground. The British had been pushing the Italians back, and Rommel knew he had to act quickly to reverse the momentum. Rommel's first major victory came in March 1941 when he launched a surprise attack on the British at El Agheila. His forces rapidly advanced across the desert, using their superior mobility and tactics to outmaneuver the British. The British were forced to retreat, and Rommel's reputation as a brilliant and daring commander began to grow. Over the next 2 years, Rommel would face off against some of the most formidable opponents of his career, including General Claude Auchinleck and General Bernard Montgomery. He would earn his reputation as the Desert Fox for his cunning and adaptability on the battlefield. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, Rommel's forces consistently managed to hold their own against the British, and he became known for his ability to inspire loyalty and confidence in his troops. One of the most notable battles fought during this period was the Battle of Tobruk, which took place in June 1942. Rommel's forces besieged the city, which was held by a large British garrison. After a fierce battle, the British were forced to surrender, and Rommel's victory was hailed as a major triumph. However, Rommel's success in North Africa was not without its challenges. He faced constant supply chain issues as the German Navy struggled to keep his forces supplied with food, fuel, and ammunition. He also had to contend with the harsh desert environment, which took a toll on his troops and equipment. Despite these challenges, Rommel remained optimistic and continued to push his forces forward. He was driven by a strong sense of duty and a desire to prove himself as a commander. As he wrote in his diary, the art of war is simple enough. Find out where your enemy is, get at him as soon as you can. Strike at him as hard as you can and keep moving. As the North African campaign drew to a close, Rommel's health began to decline. He suffered from a combination of illnesses, including sinusitis and high blood pressure, which made it difficult for him to continue commanding his forces. In March 1943, he was forced to return to Germany to recover, leaving behind the troops he had led with such distinction. Rommel's legacy as a commander is still studied by military historians today. His tactics and strategies, particularly his use of mobility and deception, are considered some of the most innovative and effective in modern warfare. As the German general Heinz Guderian once said, Rommel was a true leader, a man who could inspire his troops to achieve great things. He must be able to inspire his troops and lead them by example. The Desert Fox may have left the battlefield, but his legend will live on forever. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.